Well, hey guys, it's the Bruce City Rider. Welcome back to the BCR garage. Today I've got another often neglected Harley maintenance item for you. And this one's for you shovel and Evo guys. Today we're going to service and clean the Tappet oil filter screen on my 1988 Softail Custom. Let me show you what you're going to need for this job. Okay, for this job you're going to need an inch-pound torque wrench, 3/8 inch ratchet, and then you're going to need a 7/16 socket. I got one in 3/8 to use with my ratchet, and I got another one in 1/4 inch to use with my inch-pound torque wrench. And you're going to need a drag link. That it's basically a socket with a kind of a shallow screwdriver end. This is one I got from Motion Pro off Amazon for about 10 bucks. But there's a lot of different ones you can get. eBay's got a bunch. And this one's got a small O-ring in there to keep your socket or wrench secure. And this is the fitting that Harley uses on the plug for the Tappet oil screen. Not sure why they went with this type of plug, but they did. You can get replacement plugs that take a hex key or a socket, but I still have the stock one, so this is what we're going to use. Then you're going to need a magnet, an air gun, some brake cleaner, and some lint-free shop towels. And then for the bigger stuff, you're going to want a shop stool, and you may want a compressor. Alright, here's the location of the Tappet screen plug. It's right there. It's right behind the cam cover. You don't confuse it with the two identical plugs there and then one behind it on the oil pump. This one's on the crankcase and it's higher than the other two. Harley-Davidson recommends that this be inspected and cleaned every 5,000 miles, so basically as part of your oil change. I certainly don't do that, and I don't think too many people do. But I guess it's a good practice to get into. I probably haven't had mine off in 15,000 miles. Now, if you notice any noise in your lifters, also called tappets, it could be because your oil screen is being obstructed by some debris or sludge. Because there's a high pressure oil that goes through the screen onto the tappet area to keep them lubricated, and if it's not getting enough oil in there, you're going to get noise. So if you're getting some noise, this is one thing to check. Alright, let's get started. First thing you want to do is make sure you got a nice clean area around the plug. So that's what the air compressor is for, so I'm just going to blow it off. Get any loose debris out of there. And take a shop towel and just wipe around the area. The last thing you want to have happen is some debris to get in this opening when you take your plug off, because the passages that this oil feeds are very tiny and it would be bad to get them plugged with some debris. Alright, now we're going to take our Motion Pro drag link and insert it securely into our socket. It's kind of tough getting it over the O-ring there, just like that. And then we'll put it on our 3/8 inch ratchet. Alright, now we're ready to remove it. Alright, give it some downward pressure and bust it loose. And you don't have to drain your oil to do this job. There'll be a little oil on your plug when you pull it out and on your screen and spring, but just have a shop towel ready to put it in. Okay, I can loosen it the rest of the way with my fingers, so I'm going to get my shop towel ready. There's the plug. You can see it's got an O-ring on it. We'll set that aside. Now we'll take our magnet and we'll remove the spring. And actually my magnet didn't lift the screen, so I'm going to get a needle nose pliers. There's the screen. You see the closed portion goes to the top. It's important to reinstall it properly. Now it's all ready for cleaning. Okay, now you want to use your brake cleaner and just give these a little spray. And then we'll wipe them off and let them dry. Get inside the plug. And then for your screen itself, we'll just spray some on and then get it from top down as best you can. And then just give everything a little wipe. By the way, my screen was completely clean. This is where you want to inspect it. Make sure you don't have any metallic chips or substances on there, which means that you got some kind of a bigger problem inside your engine with things coming apart. You want to inspect your O-ring. This one looks totally fine. You want to take your magnet, just run it in there, make sure there's no metal shavings. Same thing on your screen. Mine's totally clean. Just give it a little wipe. And you can, if you have any doubt, you can pour some oil in this to make sure it's flowing freely. Okay, now we're ready to reassemble. So you take your screen, put your spring over it. Remember, the closed end goes on top. And then carefully put it right back in the hole. And take your plug. With a little downward pressure, to overcome the spring. finger start it. Being careful not to cross thread it. Alright, it started. Very important not to cross thread it. I'm going to get it down as far as I can with my fingers. And the torque spec for this plug is 90 to 120 pounds. So I've got my inch-pound torque wrench set up for about 110 pounds. And we'll go ahead and torque it down. There she is. 110 pounds. Alright. Well, that's a job done. As you saw, my screen, even after 15,000 miles or so, was perfectly clean. You get a little peace of mind by doing this. Like I said, I'm not going to do it every 5,000, but that is what Harley recommends. Anyway, hope that was helpful. See you guys on the next one. This is BCR signing out. Take her easy, guys.